Hello everybody, my name is Fong. I'm an entrepreneur, business strategist, real estate investor, speaker, and also a best-selling author. And every single day, I have the opportunity to help others unlock the potential and guide them to succeed. Today, I have a very special guest. He's a client of mine, and he's somebody that I truly think he's a superstar because once he makes his mind up and once he puts his mind to it, he actually gets everything done. He's a best-selling author of the book Ripples of Power, and he is Abraham Abu.
Thank you, Fong, for having me in this session. I'm truly excited to be here this moment. Fong has really been someone that has guided me through, achieving what I believe to be part of the success story that I have today, and I'm truly excited to be working with him.
Well, thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure. Now, congratulations for actually publishing your book. And it's true, he finished it in 3 months. Absolutely. And it's absolutely phenomenal. Actually, he has his book right here, Ripples of Power, and this is a book you really have to get your hands on and read because the story inside, the message inside, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's very inspirational, very motivating. But enough about me talking about it. We'll have Abraham Abu here talk about why you need to get this book and why it's going to change your life.
Well, like Fong has rightly said, the book is an absolutely get. It's something you must get because it's a book that explains my life experience to an extent, what I went through, how I overcame it, and it's practical. It has real life stories on how you can overcome adversity and how you can, turn your life around through actions that you take. Remember, if you don't take action, nothing happens. According to Albert Einstein, he said, until you take action, or nothing happens until something moves, right? So you need to take action, and that's what this book is about. This book is about inspiring you, motivating you, and also giving you practical steps that will enable you to transform your life. It's not just about the usual inspirational thing, oh yeah, you can do it and all of that, but there are laid down principles on what to do at every step in time, every step the way that will help to bring transformation that you desire in your life. So that's why this book is important. It was important for me to have written it in the first place because I felt if I could get the result that I get, then it is important that I share the same principles with people out there for them to also get the same results.
Awesome. Now, this is something that you actually started just 4 or 5 months ago. The very first moment you thought about writing a book, is that something that you've always wanted to do? Or is it something that was kind of brought up to you and you go, you know what, that's something I need to do?
Well, it's been something that I've always talked about. I started writing in the past and for some reason I procrastinated. So it's there, but at the moment I started working with Fong, he served as my accountability partner, which is something that's very important. Having someone that checks up on you and always motivating you to take you to the next step, pushing you, so to say. By the time that happened, all I did was he provided me with a framework, and I worked based on the framework. Based on the framework, I was just committed to get it done. Because like I said, it was a passion that I wanted everyone to be part of. It was a story that I wanted everyone to benefit from. But just that framework that I didn't have to have it, to have the book written. Even though I have the story, I have the principles, but writing the book was something I didn't have the framework. And without the framework, you are not able to commit and achieve the results that you desire to achieve. So with Fong providing me with the framework, it became an absolutely easy task for me to do. All I needed to do is to commit my time and also to be focused to pouring down what I already have up there.
Now, most people believe that, oh, I'm going to have to write a book. It's going to take months, it's going to take years, it's going to take a long time because I have to get everything perfect. I need to be able to think everything through. Now, when I gave you the challenge of finishing this in actually 3 or 4 months, what was the first thought in your head?
Well, the first thought was like, wow, this is a huge task, but at the same time, I knew it was possible.
Awesome.
If I just had to put in my mind to do it, I can do it.
Now, once you started doing it, once you start telling people that you're writing a book, now your book's not done yet, what was the reception? How did it feel? How did people react? Did you find more people gravitating to you because just the fact that you're starting to do it?
Well, for me, I mentioned it just to a couple of trusted friends, not everyone. Yes, because I believe when you have a vision or you have a goal to achieve, you only have to tell it to certain people that you know believe in you. Because what others say to you could be recorded in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will begin to tell it to your body, and you begin to believe it's true, and that can also come out true, in your life. So it is important when you have a goal, you have a target, just say it to a few people that you believe in you, that can trust you, that can encourage you rather than discourage you, right? So I didn't really get to tell it to too many people. I just tell it to just a few trusted friends. And yeah.
Awesome. Now, during this period of time, every 2 weeks, as he mentioned, I was one of his accountability partners, and every 2 weeks I gave him a call and go, hey, are you done yet? Hey, did you finish this yet? Hey, did you get this part finished yet? During that period of time, yes, I provided you the framework, the template, everything was already there for you to fill out and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But there was still always that challenge where, hey, I still need to complete that content. How did you overcome, let's say, writer's block, or how did you overcome putting content on paper?
Well, that's something else, because like he said, writer's block, yeah, sometimes you sit down to write and you don't feel like writing. I experienced that myself. One of the things I do in such times is I just relax. I let the book go. I just go out, take a walk, right? Do something different, something that will, inspire me. I engage my mind in thinking. And by the time I begin to think, some of the things that, came to being, or some of the experiences that I've had in the past, they begin to flow through my mind. And at that point, I just write them down, right at the point where I get that information. So as soon as I get that inspiration, I write it down. And when I sit down, all I need to do is just begin to put the points down. And also there is a part of research that you need to do, because if you have a fact, if you have a point you want to write about, there is the possibility that, it's not a new information. It's there, so you need to search and see what the information is, and at the same time compare what you have, then put down exactly what you have. So it's about you not forcing yourself at the point you don't feel like writing, because it's a creative art thing. If you want to force yourself to write when you don't feel like writing, then nothing comes out. You just find that you're just wasting time. So I leave it for that time, come back when the inspiration is there, and I continue to write.
Wow, very good. Now, when you finally finished your book, we went through a bestseller campaign, and that day, how did that day feel? Like when you were launching your ebook online, people were buying your book, you were getting bestseller status. How did that feel?
That was a whole lot of experience that I got. One, it's something you just find out at that time. All your energy and focus is on what is going on, the numbers, right? Because you want to make the bestseller status. And at that time, or you just find out a lot of people are reaching out to you, just trying to find out, oh, how do I get the book? Oh, those who are having issues, trying to either log up, because of course, it's a tech thing. Not everyone is tech savvy. So you just find out that you're divided at that time. So, but for me, I got help from, because my wife was also available, helping me out in, trying to reach out to her own friends and all of that. So that also helped me. But bottom line is that I saw the number rising, and that was very encouraging. And not just that, at the end of the day, those who bought the book, as they started reading, they were very excited. I could hear them say, wow, this is good. One of the best feelings I had was when I went to church. I was coming out of church, and someone saw me and she said, thank you very much for that book. That was an absolute stellar for me.
Great. Like that feeling is always incredible when people come up to you and go, thank you very much, you've changed my life, or you've actually helped me out a lot on a bad time. So having that ability to spread your message is one of those things that I believe everybody should do, and Abraham here did a very good job with that. Now, the very first time you got that notification that this package has come into your mail, and you open up the package and sure enough, it's your book in print. You can hold it in your hand. How did that feel?
Wow, it's just a dream come true. The feeling that, yeah, I've made it after all. One thing is having a desire, the other thing is putting in the work that you need to put in, and the other thing is getting the actual results. You could put in the effort and you don't get the result, depending on how the effort is channeled. But when you get the result, which is the book in this case, it has a very good feeling. after writing the book, I have one or two persons that came up to me. They were like, "Oh, I've been having the same struggles. Can you be of guide?" I was like, "Oh, absolutely. When you're ready, let me know." So that feeling is there, and that fact that you are able to achieve a goal that you set for yourself makes you have more belief in yourself. It gives you further confidence that you can achieve truly whatever you desire to achieve.
Great. Now the next milestone is you have it in hand. Has it changed anything? Have you gotten more exposure? Have you gotten more people come up to you? Have you gotten any more speaking engagements and stuff like that? Like, how did that change your business?
Well, this is a very good question. I remember Miles Moreau, who is a Bahamian preacher, unfortunately of blessed memory right now. He said something. He said, "People respect your discipline." And that's what we respect in athletes. That's what we respect in highly successful people. The discipline they put in whatever they find themselves doing. That's what makes the difference. So when people see you are able to put in the discipline and you have the results to show, they definitely respect you, and it's a door opener for you. Now, having this book has given me the privilege to speak before an audience in Ghana. It has also given me the opportunity to speak before an audience in France. So right now, even though it's done virtually because of the prevailing circumstance that we cannot do an in-person talk, it has opened doors. And I know that's just the beginning. There will be more doors that will be opening because I have a book. When you speak to someone a prospect that you want to come and speak in their event, knowing that you have a book, it gives you a different level of belief. They always give you that opportunity to see what you have because you've been able to go through the discipline of having your thoughts documented in a book.
Awesome. So you went from speaking locally to now you have speaking engagements virtually in Ghana and also in France. So you become international.
Absolutely, within just a short while.
That's absolutely fascinating. That's awesome. Now, what's the next big thing for you now?
Well, right now, the book is over. Like I always tell people I work with, I said, once you set a goal and that goal is achieved, you have to move to the next thing. Because if you continue to dwell in what you have achieved, then that keeps you there. There's a saying that most challenge or our most top enemy is our previous success. So when you succeed in doing one thing, you don't need to sit there and be celebrating for too long. You need to move to the next milestone. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Apart from the fact that I am trying to get the next book, working on the next book in my mind, and eventually have that started on. I'm also helping people right now who suffer from low self-esteem, helping them to gain confidence and begin to take mini actions that will lead to a ripple of impact. At the end of the day, when it's compounded, they'll begin to achieve the result that is there. So now I have people I'm working with online who want one-on-one coaching on how to move from from being stuck, like I said, because of low self-esteem. And I also have those who I work with in a group, providing them that guidance for them to begin to take action, that action that they need to take, believing in themselves. So this is one thing I'm doing right now. So I have a course that I am doing presently. It's like it's the introduction to that program. It's a 3 weeks course that will get you on your feet, will get you rolling, get you begin to take action towards whatever you desire to achieve. And at the end of the day, you find yourself within that 3 weeks, you are already in the course of doing what you desire to begin to do. And the next thing after that will be take you through the next stage of the course, which is something I will begin to do as soon as possible. But for now, I'm taking people through that initial step, which is the first 3 weeks program.
Oh, well, that's absolutely amazing, and it's always good to help other people, always good to impact as many people as you can, and sure enough, Abraham here is doing that right now and helping others overcome their challenges, overcome their adversities. Now, when it comes to confidence, and when it comes to self-esteem, simply writing this book, has that changed your confidence and self-esteem? Do you find yourself walking a little straighter, a little with your head held higher, walking into a room with more confidence?
Well, talking about confidence, yes, writing this book has really changed my the way I do things. Because in the first place, I said I wrote a little bit of the experiences that I had Then at the same time, while I was writing the book, I have a YouTube channel that I release weekly inspirational videos. And I just don't release those videos. I release videos and talk about the things that I do. And when I release these videos, I also learn from what I talk about. And I try as much as possible to practice that which I talk about. So doing that helps me to grow. It helps me to continue to learn on a daily basis. So it's important that when we get certain things, or when we talk about certain things, we also practice them in our own ways. By doing that, it helps us not to only give out value to the public, but we're also adding value to ourselves. So I do what I say, not just saying it without doing it.
Great. Now, if anybody wants to get a copy of your book here, or wants to connect with you, or get in touch with your YouTube channel and all kind of stuff, what's the best way to find you? What's the best way to get a copy or get your course?
Oh, if you want to get a copy of the book, just go to Amazon, amazon.ca, and Google Ripples of Power. It comes up right away. Ripples of Power comes up right away. You see my book, the e-version is there right now, and the hard copy will be there any moment from now. Then if you want to reach me on my YouTube channel, is Abraham Abu, Ripple Impact TV. Abraham Abu, Ripple Impact TV. You see a whole lot of videos there that will help you towards your transformation journey. Right? So, and if you go on my Facebook, it's Ripple Impact Podcast. Ripple Impact Podcast. You see my my content there. Then I'm also on podcast. You go to anchor.fm/Abraham Abu. You find my podcast also.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Now, before I let you go, I have a few quick questions just to get to know you a little bit more and also have some fun.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you had the opportunity to compete in the Olympics, to win the gold medal, which event would that be?
That would be soccer.
Nice. Team sport.
Absolutely.
If you had the opportunity to sit and enjoy a movie with somebody, anybody in the world, who would that be?
You don't want to put me in trouble. That would definitely be my wife.
How about this? Along with your wife, who's the next person that you want to bring with you?
Well, my family is very important to me. So I have 3 lovely daughters, and they are part of my success stories, right? So they're always there beside me, encouraging me on what to do. So watching a movie will be with my wife and my 3 lovely kids.
Awesome. No, family's first, right?
Absolutely.
Now, if you had the opportunity to take your family anywhere in the world and to do one extremely fun activity, which place would that be, and what activity would that be?
Well, I'm looking forward to going to Australia, right? I want to go experience, Australia. That's one place, my family and I would like to visit sometime. And the fun sport that I want to do, I would like to go diving, right? That's something quite risky, but I want to try it. Of course, taking risks is part of life. Sitting right here with Fong, doing this interview is a risk. Driving on the road is a risk. Walking on the road is a risk. So life is full of risks, right? So that's one thing I want to do. Go to Australia, then I will take a dive.
Wow, that sounds a lot of fun. Now, we're in the park right now. There's lots of kids running around. There's lots of trees. It's been a great morning, lots of great weather. If you were to say one thing, one specific item about parks, what would that one thing be?
One thing about parks is the fact that there is absolute freshness, right? You find green trees, everything is fresh. You are very close to nature. It tells you about, nature. While sitting here, I see a couple of squirrels, playing, running, climbing the trees and all of that. It's absolutely amazing to see those things happening. That freshness, serene. In fact, when you want to do a kind of thinking, it is important if you come to a place like the park and sit quietly. Your mind will be engaged. You'll be full of ideas. And when if you can hear what I'm hearing, the sound of a bird and all of that. So those natural things you don't get when you are, sounds you don't get when you are in your, living home or room or something. You get them at the park. It's absolutely nice. And
Great.
The weather is fresh, the sun is there, you get vitamin D doing this morning.
Great. Now, I always end my questions with what is success like? And before you answer that question, because you said the first thing a park reminds you of is a tree. So how is success like a tree?
Success is like a tree because a tree is planted, it keeps growing from one stage to the other. It grows as far as its potential. And that's what success is about. You don't need to, achieve one level of success and believe that that's it. No, you have to keep working. You have to keep growing, just like the tree, keep growing until you achieve the best of your potential.
Awesome. Now, I always let my guest here say the final words, your last message to the world. And he's already given us a lot of great tips, a lot of great quotes. So this is your time. You have one more message to give?
Well, I always like to say this when I do things. I say, it's a new day. It's a day that you begin to take action. A day that you have opportunity for a second chance. A day that you can begin to do things that will transform your life for the better. And finally, I would like to say, for those of you who want to be coached, who want to do one thing or the other that can lead you to the next level, you want to write a book, you want to have the absolute result that I've got, Fong here is the right man to get to. You can contact Fong, he'll give you the results that you desire. He's going to be on your back to ensure that you deliver at the end.
Well, thank you very much for that. Success is like a tree. Always go out and take action. Abraham has been one of those people that really took action and got the results to prove it. So yeah, remember to do what you want to do, reach your goals, reach your dreams, and just take action. So until next time, today is the day to unlock your potential. We'll see you later.